What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to Bolt Action Maneuvers, the series where I go through rules, I talk about stuff bolt action related, and in this video I want to show off the first piece of terrain, first piece of MDF terrain for bolt action that I've completed. I'm calling it done here now. There's this house, it's intact. It's just an MDF house, that's all it is. So bits of tissue there stuck to the bottom of it. It doesn't have a floor, it's true, but it makes it so much cheaper when you buy these ones, with the ones without floors. Literally just, I'll keep, that roof was as it was like kind of already painted, and all I did was, when I assembled it, I just PVA'd sand and grit to the outside and created a bit of a texture, I thought, which was quite good, and I just dry brushed it off with a couple of different greys, and that's really all I've done. And I think it looks all right, actually. I think it's the business. So that's that. Before I move on to the next thing I want to show you, I'm going to start on, we need to get through some rules here, because we got up to shooting here in the little rule book, the bolt action rule book. So I'm going to start with shooting here now. Okay, so you can look at that, look. Our troops command vast firepower in the form of squad-based automatic weapons, handheld anti-tank projectiles, and long-ranged mortars and machine guns. Deploying and manoeuvring skillfully will enable your infantry to bring their weapons to bear most effectively against their enemy. Who shoots? Units that have been given a fire or advanced order. So that's on one of these dice. You just select the order that says fire. If you've not seen these before, let's get one out and show you. So you get these for your right. So there you go. So fire or advance. You can shoot then as well. All right. So you just pop those next to each unit you are commanding, and it tells you what you've done. It's kind of great for someone with memory like me. So yeah, units that have been given a fire or advanced order can shoot, whilst units that have been given an ambush order can shoot when they spring their ambush. Again, you just select ambush, in which case their order is flipped to fire. Other units can sometimes shoot in special circumstances, as described throughout the rules. For example, reaction fire during an assault. So the shooting procedure then, when a unit shoots, to follow the procedure below. We've got 7 steps. So we've got 1, declare target. 2, target reacts. 3, you measure range and open fire. 4, you roll to hit. 5, roll to damage. 6, target takes casualties. 7, target checks morale. Okay, there you go. So we'll just go through those, shall we? Declare target. Pick a target and declare your opening fire. Normally a target is always a single enemy unit. When a unit shoots, it fires all of its weapons at one target. For example, a tank, a squad of infantry, or an anti-tank gun or its crew. When a unit opens fire, only those models that can draw a clear line of fire to their target actually shoot. Only models that can draw a clear line of fire to their target actually shoot. Any models unable to shoot will not fire. For example, because they either can't see a target or because their weapons are out of range. Note that we do make an exception for models equipped with one-shot weapons who are allowed to select a different target to the rest of their units. See the section on one-shot weapons on page 72. Well, we haven't got that yet because we're only on page 49. Example. An infantry unit can see 2 enemy units, a machine gun team and an infantry squad further away. As the machine gun is already suppressed with 2 pin markers, the player decides to ignore it and declares that his unit is firing against the enemy infantry. Intervening friends, hold your fire. Infantry units are always allowed to see and shoot through other models in their own unit, as if they were not there. That's good. This is because the unit is assumed to be in constant motion, troopers working as a team and not getting in each other's way. Sometimes you will find it convenient to momentarily lay down a model or place it aside whilst checking a line of fire. This is perfectly fine. Models are not allowed to shoot through other friendly units or to draw a line of fire within 1 inch of a model from another friendly unit. Even though a shooter may be able to see the target, the shot is not permitted if it would pass through or within 1 inch of a model from a different friendly unit. In such cases, the friends are too close to the line of fire. Note that this applies vertically as well, shown in diagram 4b. It's probably over the page. We make an exception to the rule that you can't draw a line of fire within 1 inch of your own side where shots cannot possibly score damage on the friendly unit. For example, infantry armed with small guns cannot possibly damage an armoured personnel carrier, so they are allowed to draw a line of fire within 1 inch of it. In such a case, shooters must still be able to see the target to shoot. They cannot see through the vehicle, but the closeness of the carrier does not block their fire. The same exception also applies when shooting mortars and howitzers over the heads of friendly units using indirect fire, as explained later. These weapons fire with a high trajectory, lobbing shells high into the air so they fall onto the enemy from above. When mortar and artillery crews shoot indirect fire, they can therefore shoot any enemy they can see without intervening friends blocking their fire. Okay, I've got a little bit here to talk about intervening enemies fire at will. Alright, okay. We'll go over that in a moment, whilst I remember. But let's have a look now at the next thing I wanted to show you. So, shown off that, which I'm really chuffed with. When I set up a table and I start doing solo how-tos, run-throughs and so on, I'm pretty chuffed with how this has turned out. I think it'll look good on a gaming mat on a table. Right, let's look at my Stug, which is assembled and primed. I don't know if you can see that clearly with it being all black like this, but got a little bit of colour in there because that's where it was stuck to the holder. I'll just fill that in a bit later. Yeah, so it's a matter of working out what colour now, because I've got some paint sets as well, which I would like to show you. I've got this World War II paint set. It's from Vallejo. This is British armour and infantry here, which is pretty cool. I've got an American one. Same deal, armour and infantry. So I haven't opened either of those because I'm not working on those just yet. So pop those to one side. I've got this German infantry. It doesn't have armour though, so am I going to look for a separate armour, German armour paints? Possibly. We'll see. Or what I'm going to do at some point possibly is look through my book. Not entirely sure where it is right now, but I've got that book with all the different pictures in, and I will look through that and I'll see if I can try and match up something for this Stug. So place that to one side. That would be incredibly handy, wouldn't it? Yeah, so I'm quite liking the Stug. The Stug is cool. It's not classed really as a tank per se. It doesn't have a movable turret, as in doesn't go left to right very much. Goes up and down a little bit, I believe, and that's about it. I think that's the limit of its of what it does. Just having a quick look here now. I don't think I've got. No, I've put my other book somewhere. And silly me, I can't for the life of me find it right now. That's annoying. I suspect it's over to my left, and Yeah, that's good. But what I can do, you can look at the box art. You can see the sort of basic colours it's using there. I mean, that one looks like a lot of green to me. Looks like a lot of green. I've got German field grey here, which to me looks a lot like that. I'm just going to put a little blob on a piece of paper. German field grey. Well, let me show you. On a piece of towel, that's German field grey. Yeah, I think kind of. I mean, a lot of it. I mean, for the darker areas, certainly. Whether I want that to be the main colour or not, I could paint it. I could paint the whole thing with that, and then do the camo pattern with the lighter colours. I could do that. But we'll see. I wouldn't mind checking out the armour paint set for the armoured German vehicles, and do that. Okay, so let's crack on then. A little bit more of shooting, shall we? Intervening enemies fire at will. Infantry models are always allowed to see and shoot through enemy infantry and artillery models as if they were not there. Diagram there, can you see that? Note, however, that if you shoot through enemy units, this will provide cover to their comrades, as explained later in the section about cover. Then target reacts. If the nominated target has not yet taken an action that turn, the player can, if he wishes, immediately order it down. If he decides to do so, pick an order die of the appropriate colour from the dice bag, place it next to the unit, showing it has gone down. This will make the unit more difficult to hit, reducing the consequences of being shot at, but on the other hand, it means the target expends its action for the turn. For example, the target has not taken any action yet, so the opposing player could decide to order the units down. The player decides against ordering his men to get down, judging that the shooters are out of range. That's just a little example giving you there in these here. Yeah. So you do that. Right. Measure the range and open fire. So every weapon in the game has a maximum range at which it can fire effectively. For example, a rifle can hit targets up to 24 inches away, whilst a medium machine gun can hit targets up to 36 inches away. Each weapon has a has a number of shots. This is the number of dice rolled on behalf of the model firing the weapon. For example, a rifle has just one shot, whilst a medium machine gun has 4 shots, representing its rapid rate of fire. Every model that can draw a line of fire to at least one enemy model in the target unit shoots the nominated target at the nominated target. Note that the players cannot hold back a unit's fire when a unit fires. Every model that can shoot must shoot. Again, it's got example pictures here, which is pretty cool. I don't see how this is the scaled down version, but we'll come on to this bit later. Dense terrain, so I'm going to pop a bookmarker in there, and we'll leave it there. So yeah, right now just figuring out what colours to use for this. Do I get another pack of paints? I think that's probably the way to go. At least I can, I can use that and just blindly follow that like I would, because I'm a beginner at bolt action, so I need all the help I can get. But although this isn't a tank, you see, feels like a tank in my hand. It's a smaller tank, obviously, or a vehicle unit. It's very cute. I've got a universal carrier over there to build at some point for my British. I'm thinking about getting in a British starter set unit. Oh, I've seen an unboxing on that, so yeah. I guess I've been spoiled with GW instructions, you see, so anything else, the instructions are never quite as clear. So assembling is always a unique challenge, I find, but it's a rewarding one. I want at least 2 more Stugs, or at least another one, because I want to do this one kind of more or less off the factory production line. I want to do one really weathered up. I don't know, and I want to do one without skirts, side skirts as well. So that would be kind of cool. I think that would be good. Yeah. So just figuring out what paints I'm going to use, and yeah. So that's my bolt action journey right now. I am in the middle of painting up my German infantry from the Band of Brothers box set. I might see you on another video with that. Until then, my friends, remember, all brushes lead to war. I'll see you on another video, and bye for now. Bye bye.